what do you consider paid well? For me personally, I mean, this is a individual question for pretty much everybody, and they could all say that what they think is paid well. For me, it's going to be my goal. So my goal every day is to make at least $250. So for me, $275 is fine, which is about like $34 an hour. So for me, yeah, I would say that consider that to be paid well, because if I were to go to a regular job somewhere with no, I don't have any college experience whatsoever, then the most that usually jobs around me are going to pay anywhere between 20 to 25 up to 30 at the very max for someone with literally no college degree, no nothing, just go in and apply. That's what they would pay me. Now, it's been a while since I've been in the job market, so I can't really speak for all jobs, but I will say this, that's exactly what it has been for my experience with these jobs. For me, I would say that $34 an hour is definitely good money, especially for all I'm doing is shopping for you. All I'm literally doing is going to a store and picking up groceries. Sometimes it can be overbearing where it's like, okay, I agreed for 33 items and then they add 10 more things. That gets annoying. Or I show up and this person's on the third floor and they ordered a bunch of things that are heavy. That's annoying for sure. But 99% of the time, it's not like that, and it's not a big deal for me. I feel like it's a really good gig, especially for $34 an hour. I could be doing something way harder for that, or have some expectation besides I ordered this, get me this, or get me something like it as a replacement, or message me and say, hey, I couldn't find this one, or it's unavailable. And these are the things that I feel like, yeah, for the job, what they're requesting you to do, $34 an hour is, in my opinion, paid well. Now, of course, anything could be better, for sure. This is a rising economy of inflation and things like that, and things are getting more expensive. All that stuff I get. I totally get it. So I would say consider still, even to this day, paid well between $30 and $40 an hour, 34 being a center point for me. Now, I would love to make more money. And when I was self-employed, which was, they consider this self-employed, but you're really not self-employed. But I would say my self-employed when I was doing junk removal was more like $100 per hour, but it was inconsistent. This, I can at least go out and do the hours and consistently hit the numbers I want to hit, which is at least 250 to 275. That's the goal. And if I haven't hit that, then I have to work more hours and go and do DoorDash or something like that to fill in the blanks. That's how it goes. I mean, that just is what it is. It's what I signed up for. It is what it is, you know? And then also, your next question is, how does YouTube know how old you are? Well, when you sign up for an account, unless you put the wrong age, then that's the way it knows your information. They know your first, your last name, your email, your your phone number, how old you are, what demographic you're at, like as in like where you're at and located in the United States, things like that. And that's it. I mean, soon enough they might even know your race one day, Then they know your gender or whatever you represent yourself as. They know that because all these are to fulfill the request of having an account with YouTube, because they don't want little kids on a grown-up side of YouTube. Ultimately, they're trying to prevent it, or they at least want to know that these are all the kids and we will guide them however we want to guide them with this type of content that we show them. I don't know the YouTube side of kids, but that's how they know how old you are. This one right here, and yes, I would consider this to be the main reason why I do well in my area with Costco. Costco, for me, makes it so much more worth it because I can do less items. They're bulkier, but there's less items that I have to grab for bigger money versus like right now, all those trips that I just kind of like declined was because there were 33 items for $12.49 right here at Fry's. That's a lot of items for $12.49. It's going to take you at least 30 minutes to shop the order. It may take you another 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how far it is, to then deliver the order. So for that, almost that hour, you just made $12.49. That's crazy. So for Costco, if it had 33 items, you're looking at a $50 trip and 8 miles away, things of that nature. Sometimes they will say, all right, 25 miles away, $60 for the trip, 20 items. You gonna take it or no? Are you gonna take it or no? For me, I would take it because I can shop and get that done within an hour and 20 minutes. That's not a bad deal. Even if it ended up taking all the way up to 2 hour mark, that's still $30 an hour for those 2 hours. That's not bad. I would still take that. Other drivers though, I've seen them sit outside and be like, just cherry picking for the perfect order. For me, there is no such thing as perfect orders, and I start to mentally think about those trips that I did not take from Costco, and it drives me wild because I'll be sitting there for the next 20-30 minutes and I'm like, dude, if I would have just did this, maybe I would have been able to get a trip directly after that, and it would have been worth my time entirely. And sometimes it takes you way out of your zone, and yes, in that instance it needs to be worth it, because you got to understand, you can be like way out there in the middle of nowhere and be deadheading back. So are you going to have to, you're not going to get a double trip. You're not going to get another trip after that. We all know these things. So you got to really make it make sense for you. This car that I'm in right now gets 40 miles to the gallon. So for me, this is perfect. So yes, if I'm driving this car and you're driving a Mercedes-Benz V8 with really like 15, 16 miles per gallon, you don't want to take a 26 mile trip because you're going to run out of gas. I would suggest, if you're ever going to do any trips like this, get yourself a small car, small, reliable car. I would consider getting a Honda Civic, a Honda like Prelude, anything that's small, and just do it that way. That's what I would consider to be something that would be okay to drive further distances from. For this right here, it could be at literally zero. I could put $24 in and get a full tank. I can't do that in my HRV. My HRV is $40. So that means there's almost double the amount to fill up my HRV, which gets me 25 miles per gallon versus 40 miles per gallon in this current car that I'm in right now. And this is so I said it was a G3 last time. It's not a G3. It's a Mitsubishi G4 Mirage. So it's a Mitsubishi Mirage G4. And the Mitsubishi Mirage regular has a hatchback, and then the G4 is the car version, the compact car. So there's no hatchback. And in some instances, I would say that the hatchback is definitely better, because at least the seats go completely down and you could lay a bunch of stuff in here. But I still have only had to unassign one trip because there was 22 cases of water, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit all of these waters into here. So I had to unassign the trip because I don't want to get all these cases of water bought and then find out I can't fit it in here. After fitting 17 cases of water in here, I can confidently say I could fit 20 at the max in here. And that is weighing this car down. You gotta understand, like, you can't put all that much weight and be traveling 30 miles away. I could do that for like 5-6 miles up to 10 miles away, but I'm definitely not going to do that for a really long trip, because it's going to be really hard on your suspension. And especially with this car, since it's a cheaper car, Mitsubishi, that suspension can only do so much. So in order to not age the car out even earlier, that I have to watch what I put in the car when it comes down to heavy things. So therefore, yes, if you're ordering a lot of waters, I'm gonna have to unassign, because I can't do it. But other than that one trip, I've literally fit everything in this thing. So you need a car that you can definitely fit as much as possible in, and still be able to make it to where it needs to go, and be reliable. So you need good gas mileage and good reliability. This is literally the most reliable car in the entire nation, is the Mitsubishi. This one right here, this Mirage, especially with this year. This is a 2024, and yes, this is a rent-a-car. This is not a car that I own. I pay $800 a month plus gas to be able to have this car and not put miles on my other car, which is my HRV, that I have 120,000 miles already on. So understand that you need to make these types of decisions, because if I had put all these miles on the HRV and the HRV goes out, then what happens? Exactly. Then I'm out of a car and I don't have to, I'm at the beckoning call of somebody else. So this one is another trip. It says $21, 13 items, 22 units. So I'm not sure what the units are. I'm not sure if that's a bunch of eggs or whatever it is, because it's not telling me. Usually it tells me. I'm not sure why it's not telling me with Sam's Club. And this is 8 miles away, 8.7 miles away. I'm literally right around the corner from Sam's Club. The only reason why I don't do Sam's Club versus Costco is because I don't like the way they have things laid out. I don't like the employees there. Worst case scenario, if I have to, yes, I will definitely do a Sam's Club run. But for $21, I'm more than confident that I can come here to Costco and get that same $20 trip for a store that I know. I love the employees. I have a Costco card. So, you know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. If I had to do that trip, if it was worth like, let's say 30, I would do it. 21 is like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like the people there. I'll deal with you for a good amount of money, but I'm not going to deal with you for other things. So you just know your market. When you're doing this, get up to Diamond Cart and get up early. Don't get out here. If I was getting out here every day at noon, 1 o'clock, I mean, that has to do with how successful you'll be on this. You may not be as successful as I am if you are taking trips. If you are taking trips that long. You know, like that late in the day. Sorry, not that long. If you're taking trips that late in the day, then yes, you're not gonna hit the numbers that I'm gonna hit. You gotta understand, I start at 7 in the morning and I go to the business center. The business center is Costco Business. They open at 7 a.m. I am there right at 7 a.m. to catch the Costco drop. So that way, by the time, see this one right here, see, look at this. See, I don't want to take this one either. This is $19 for 15 miles, 12 items at Costco. That's wild. That is definitely a $30 trip at best. I mean, at least. At best, this would be a 40, but they're not going to give you a 40 for 12 items. But it all depends on what they tip. So you just understand that the tips of the customer control how much it is, and also if a bunch of people pass on that, then they'll hit a like a promotion applied, so that way you get a little bit more on the base pay, and then yes, you'll be able to get more money that way. And yeah, and then so, and plus I like the environment of Costco. So like with Costco, it's known facts. Let me set that up real quick. It's known facts that you're gonna go ahead and get cut off by somebody. Someone's gonna take your parking spot. Someone's gonna go too fast around these corners. Someone's gonna do all these things, right? And that's just the culture of Costco. People don't, like, I literally had this lady, this dude scream at this lady. He was like, "Can I get through here?" Like the most craziest, rude, inconsiderate thing I've ever heard someone come out of their mouth to say. And no one looked at this person like they were crazy. They didn't say nothing. They were just like, whatever. Okay, no one cared. I literally okay, so this girl and her girlfriend were walking together, but her girlfriend was walking well up. So there was like a good gap between them. And all I did was go in between them like that. I knew they were together, but we're all walking out the same door. I mean, come on. We walked out the same door, and then she gave me attitude because she was like, you know I'm with him, right? And like, so like, I'm not like, it's not like I'm following you guys to your car. Like, okay, cool. Then, oh my God, what are you doing? My God, bro, just go. All you got to do is turn in. You see what I mean? And then, yeah, like this lady, I could have honked the horn at. She would have been, you know, there. I've never had a bad tiff from somebody because of parking or anything like that. Like, you just go there and just get in there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's here doing the same. I love that environment because, like, I like doing stuff. I don't want to have to feel like I cut you off for any reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless I literally just cut you off. But, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, that's the environment of Costco. And for here at Costco, I'm sorry I'm so scatterbrained right now, but obviously I'm trying to drive, trying to get through a parking lot and do all this extra stuff, and people not doing what they're supposed to do around here. I'm sorry that this one is a little bit scatterbrained. Anyways, that's why I love Costco in my area. Without Costco, I'd be doing a lot more for less money. And I feel like that's not how it should be. I should be doing a little bit less for more money. And maybe give me bigger items. And that's why I like Costco. With Fry's or Kroger or Ralph's or wherever you go for, that is going to be always high item counts. More apartments. More people adding more stuff on for no reason. They like, okay, I agreed to 40 items and now I'm up to almost 50. And they still give me the same amount of time to get this done. It adds no time to my thing. And that ruins my item count per minute or per second or whatever it is. Basically, they time you on how quickly you scan one item from the other. So right when you hit start shopping, it's already counting how long it's going to take you from the time you hit start shopping till the time of checkout. Each item in between, and you're going to have a minute per, I think it's a minute per item count. So if you're fast, you'll have a lower one. If you're in mid or average like I am, it'd be like 70 to 80, and then slow is like 130 minutes. Is it minutes or seconds? I feel like it's seconds. 130 seconds. Let me just check it real quick. Let me see it real quick. Where is it at? Seconds per item. There it is. I'm at 82 seconds per item. Yeah. So that's basically a minute and a half each item it takes me to get it. So some people that's slow, some people that's fast, some people that's average. I would consider that to be average, because I came from, like, when I first started, I came to, like, I was like at 120, 130. That's because I didn't know Costco very well. It's because I had Fry's, I hated Fry's for a second there, but I really got to know it. So Fry's and Costco are the two ones that I do for the most of. I try and avoid Sprouts, because Sprouts puts things so many different ways that I don't like it. And then just depends on what's like Target. Only if you're going to get like maybe 10 items, nothing more, because Target is really spread out and it doesn't give me the aisle number it's at. All the alcohol stores such as Bevmo, Total Wine, things of that nature, I would definitely do no matter what. But yeah, that's me. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section. This is exactly how I answer your questions, is through a video. I do not respond to any answers, questions, nothing down in the comment section, because you already know how people are with, hey, hit me on WhatsApp. That you'll know it's not me, because you'll see a video just like this on me responding to your comment. I appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking amazing, bro. We are growing so fast. You guys are nuts. I appreciate you guys, every single one of you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.